Hey, welcome to Same Team, Different Jerseys. We kind of just jumped in here right now, and we're going to talk about everything and nothing. So,
All at the same time.
all at the same time. We're just going to all fucking talk. So,
Simultaneously.
simultaneously. One of these times we'll figure out how to go live, and then we can answer questions.
Oh, for our whole like 3 listeners.
Well, if we go live on TikTok, because I don't know how Riverside works, I don't know if I could go live on different sites. If I can go live on different sites, TikTok, we'll get like a couple hundred people in the thing, and hopefully
Potentially, that's the idea.
Yeah, because usually when I go live, I have like 200-300 people watching.
Oh, on your TikTok?
Yeah, on my TikTok.
Huh.
Yeah, I have 200-300 people, and I only got right now. I got 1,000 followers, and my other account that had 50,000 followers is
So does Nanook. So that's not saying much.
no. Well, he's a dog. It doesn't count.
Dogs instantly start off with like 5,000.
Yeah, it's like cat. It's like cat videos. They just start with 1,000 followers and they go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
females start with 1,000 too, because equality's not
big false. That's big
equality's.
false.
That's only because you don't show your.
Oh, because I don't show off my tits.
Yep.
Cute. Because I'm not a hoe.
Yeah, there's a lot of streamer girls who play video games.
Yeah, and they're bra and underwear.
Yeah, bra and underwear. Yeah. Or a very revealing shirt. And guess what? They get all the likes.
So really quick before we jump into your political shenanigans,
we don't have to really jump into it.
But we were watching The Conjuring this weekend this week.
Such a good movie,
and
we've never seen it.
Oh, it's so good. It's not even scary. It's so good.
But it's funny because the demon or whatever, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it already, is feeding off of the mom, the witch or whatever's feeding off of the mom, and she gets all of these bruises, right? And it's so funny because the mom ends up going to the doctor about it, and they prescribe her.
Hold on. What do you think the doctor prescribed her? Because of bruises.
What era is this in?
70s. I think it was 71.
Probably a vibrator.
No.
Holy God, that escalated fucking quickly. Holy shit.
The doctor.
You gotta look back in the day, right? Like when they first kind of invented vibrators, right? They would prescribe them to women because of their whatever, right? Or they would physically do it themselves. And it's like,
anyway.
No wonder men cheat.
Well, the doctor prescribed her iron pills, and it's so funny because literally as soon as I saw that, I was like, "See, babe, even in the 70s, it was freaking vitamin B, B12, iron, and freaking magnesium. Like that's just it's just the female healthcare system. It's just vitamins. Everything's vitamins."
So this makes me laugh. Okay, so the other night, Amber and I were where did we go? I forget where we went, but we went for a drive real quick. It was just the two of us, and we're in the minivan. And on either side of the street, there's ditches, because of all the rain that we get, right? So we're driving, and I was, like, talking to her, but I was also, like, kind of, like, poking at her and touching at her, you know? And I'm, like, kind of, like, on the edge of the road, like, right at the very edge, like, and it's not like it's a deep ditch or anything, but there's a ditch. And she's like, "Honey, can you stay on the road?" And I was like, we're on the road. Like, I'm still on asphalt. We're fine. And she's like, "I'm not trying to die tonight." And I'm like, "It's not that serious of a ditch. It's fine." And she's like, "Okay, well, I'm not trying to wreck my car because we don't have the money to fix it." And I was like, "It's fine. I'll just claim hysteria and we'll be fine." And she starts laughing and she's like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was like, "Look, that's the only explanation that I could use at the time for why we went into the ditch. And I could probably get away with it because that's the only thing that apparently is wrong with women is we're just
hysterical.
Hysterical, yeah. So I'll just claim hysteria. We'll be fine, and it'll get covered by insurance, no problem. I was like, and if I get lucky, the doctor will prescribe me a vibrator too. And she starts laughing hysterically, and she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like, what is wrong with doctors? Like, what is wrong with women's healthcare?
There's actually a woman in California that was on her period when she murdered her husband. She claimed like manic hysteria or whatever, and she got away with it. She had to do 6 months in a mental institute or something, but that was it.
Bro, I'm telling you, like.
Oh yeah. Women aren't equal to men at all. Holy shit.
Look, at least you guys get good health care, okay? We just do what we can.
Yeah, we have to
It's
do better
almost like
about
it's worse than
advocating.
the military. Okay, we're struggling. All right, we're struggling, doing the best we can.
We're just aiming to please, okay? Apparently that's all we're here for anyway.
Yeah, that's all we do. Aiming to please. I feel like I moved my mic closer and it's still quiet.
No, I can
Still
hear you
quiet.
just fine.
Well, like I'm looking at the bar and I'm barely hitting in the yellow.
Oh,
That might
I
be
can hear
your I don't know,
gain.
your gain maybe.
It doesn't matter. Don't mess with it right now. We're recording. We'll
I'm gonna
fix
have to
it.
cut out like the first 15 minutes of this.
No, we won't. This is exactly what we're gonna post.
This is prime material right here, okay?
Yeah.
My wife's coworkers are always telling her that she needs to get like a GoPro. And when we're just chilling at home or like going out and about, she needs to put the GoPro on her chest and like have it running because she'll be telling them stories about whatever bullshit we did over the weekend and the stories about the dumb shit that like me or the kids do or whatever it is. And her coworkers are just laughing hysterically. And so they keep telling her like, yo, get a GoPro and just make your YouTube channel all about you and your family's fucking stories about the dumb shit that you guys do. And I'm like, oh my God.
Before we started this podcast, or even before we started talking about it, Sonia, I like we sit down and we try to at least every other day, every couple days, sit down, put the phones down, and just talk like about life, like what we're doing, what we're up to, stuff like that, to stay in sync. And we would get on we still do. We get on these like tangent conversations, abortion, politics, religion, everything that we talk about on the podcast. And Sonia and me both were like, we should record this and just post it one day. And we just never got around to it. Because we would talk about, she'd ask a question about, now we do it. Not for a living, because this shit does not pay the bills.
No, not yet. Maybe one day.
Maybe
like
one day.
Maybe like when you'll be dead by the time we start seeing money from it.
Yeah, great. My widow will reap the benefits.
Yeah, we'll be good. We'll just keep going. We'll put a little shrine of you up to remember you by.
So
actually, we'll just put him in the front of the camera right here. It's totally fine. He's still here, guys.
What is in the news lately? Well, we had Pete Hegseth that double tapped the fucking narco boat.
Bruh,
that was fucking hilarious.
So I know you and I already kind of briefly talked about it, and I feel like I'm gonna get so much hate for what I'm about to say, but I don't care. He could have fucking quadruple tapped them, and I wouldn't have cared. Like, you're criminals. You're terrorists. You're criminals. You're bringing shit into this country that everybody has so many complaints about, right? Like, nobody wants fentanyl in America. Nobody wants cocaine or meth or heroin or fucking black tar, whatever the fuck the shit is called nowadays. Nobody wants it in America. So why the fuck are y'all boo-hooing about some freaking criminal drug lords or whatever the hell they are that are bringing drugs or people across the ocean into America? Like, why the fuck do you care? Like,
no, I totally agree. But real quick, just so everybody knows, us three on here is a perfect example of America. I am really deep, head over heels into politics. So I read the news. I watch newscasts all day long. I watch everything that's going on. Hannah is in the middle.
Yeah, it like really depends, right? Like, so
yeah.
I start paying attention like when the ballots are coming out, right? So obviously November, right? I think everybody voted in November, right? There was something.
That's when we vote.
No. Yeah, but this was this one was like straight policy.
You're talking like this November?
Yeah, this past November. Yeah, like literally last month. Last month.
Oh, you're talking about the
not Congress or something?
No,
we didn't have a single.
It's a
legislation thing. Policies.
It's a special election. Like, it's not a normal election. It's a special election.
Yeah. So like it was all policy questions, right? Like, whatever. Anyway, so like I did that, right? Because obviously I think that's important. Obviously I voted for president, which was my first time ever. right? This past election was my first time ever voting
Mine
for
too.
president. And I did a lot of research, even though I really didn't have to. Like, I already knew about Trump. I served while Trump was president, right? So, and I served while freaking Biden was president, and I obviously knew who I liked better. So it was pretty easy for me. And Kamala, like, I listened to her talk one time and I was like, you're brain dead. I'm not voting for you.
That cackle when she gets a question that she doesn't know.
Which is so crazy to me. Okay. So she, I don't know if you guys heard, right? But she did a podcast recently, like within the past couple of months. She was on Diary of a CEO, and I listened to it, and I kid you not, it was like day and night difference. Like, she was coherent. She actually sounded like she knew what she was talking about.
She was probably prepared. Like, they probably were like, hey, these are the things we're gonna ask you. Do your
She actually cussed. I was very impressed. Like, she cussed on the podcast. She was like, fuck it, why not, let's do it. And she kind of threw Biden under the bus.
Oh, she
and
did. She backed that fucking bus right over him.
And she threw her party under the bus a little bit, which I don't think is going to do her justice if she plans on running during 2028, because
she ain't gonna fucking run. It's gonna be fucking Newsom. Okay, so what I was saying, okay, you're medium, I'm hardcore. Sonia, who's the vice president?
Trump picked.
I'll give you a hint. He's from Ohio.
JD Vance?
There we go.
Ooh, okay. But that tells you she had to think about it, because how many political news articles do you watch?
I don't watch politics. I don't listen to politics. I am somebody who very much is like, my glass is half full all the time. Like, I'm a very optimistic person, and I know that's naive of me. Go ahead, fucking hate all you want. I don't give a shit. But for me, it's very glass half full, and there's enough, bad shit going on that I've literally made the joke with Damien, I don't know, probably at least twice a week, that I could give you the full rundown. Depending on what season it is, I could give you the full rundown of all of the news in that week. We blew up somewhere in the Middle East. Somebody's house caught on fire, and a baby died in a hot car during the summer. Like, that was like the joke. Like, it's a horrible thing to joke about, but ta-da, there you go. You've just got a week's worth of news all in like 30 seconds. That's all you need to know.
Right.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, the news is this is why I don't watch most. Like, you will not catch me watching Fox News. You won't see me watching CNN. You won't watch me. I will not be watching any news outlet, like, on a regular. Now, I do listen to some podcasters who are politically aligned, and that's kind of where I get like my weekly stuff from.
I get my weekly nonsense from TikTok.
Me. And
Damien.
Yeah, and I'll do TikTok too. I'll do verified accounts. Like, I won't just listen to some Joe Snow fucking talk about some random shit. And if I find something that piques my interest, then I'll do the research. But I'm definitely not a diehard, because the news is depressing. It's super depressing. I see it all the time on Facebook for local news here. Like, bro, we had one week where we had 3 DUI fatality accidents in one fucking week. And I was like, bro, the news is depressing. Like, depressing as fuck.
My favorite political, my favorite news people are the ones where he does, we had another week of good boys all week long, and it goes through like the list of like the 5 or 6 dogs, like, one of them saved his owner, another one, like, stopped a UPS man from running over his friend or whatever, or the other one is there's I think he's British guy that does skits on the week's news of like, hey, like, we lost so and so, this person died, and it does like a quick recap of all of it. But I don't care for it enough to do the research and to dive deep. Like, in my opinion, if it's not affecting me, and again, I know that's naive, so stop typing, I don't care. But I will only be concerned if I have to be, if that makes sense.
I get that.
And I think that represents most. I think that represents most Americans.
Yeah, because like, I don't go start digging heavy on candidates until like we're getting ready to vote, right? Like, when we're like a month away from voting, I'll be like, okay, I should probably do some research and see like who the Republicans are, trying to mainline for their candidate, right? Who the Democrats are trying to mainline for their candidate. And then I'll do a little bit of research, right? But I try to stay away from like those big name news outlets because it's all
Yeah.
fucking garbage. It's all fucking fake. It's all inaccurate as fuck, which like thoroughly irritates me that they're all pushing their own version of a propaganda, right?
Yep.
Like
They're
it's
all
not even news.
biased.
It's not even news anymore. It's straight
Yeah.
just propaganda.
No.
Like
So do you know what the Pete Hegseth thing was going on? That he was in the news. Do you know why he was in? Do you know who Pete is?
Yeah, he's the head of our military right now.
He's the Secretary of War.
Whatever the
Okay.
fuck it's called. You knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Every other person out there. Listen, normal people would have said the head of our military, so kiss it.
Okay. Okay, so what had happened was
The only news that I know about is that he apparently outed some of our troops when in a private phone call.
Oh no. That once again, I go by the rule of 3. If you wait 3 days, anything that comes out is probably debunked.
Okay.
So what had happened was we are bombing narco boats. Anybody that's bringing drugs into it, we hit them with a Hellfire missile. So
Okay, pause. 1, does narco stand for something?
narcotics.
Okay.
Drug boats, the people that are bringing in fentanyl and shit.
Okay. Whoa. 1 question at a time, please. 2, how do we know that that's what they are?
They're advertising. Well, that's what the intelligence say. And it's pretty obvious. We all knew the narco boats were coming in. Like this was a common knowledge. We all knew they were coming. We just never did anything about it. Well,
But
Trump
how?
said because you could see them. Like the Coast Guard, everybody watched them.
Yeah. So like there used to be stories. This is a long time. It's probably like 10, 15 years ago, something like that. At least
Way
10
before
years
I give
ago,
a
right?
shit about politics.
So there used to be stories about like the Coast Guard was like sniping narcos off of their boats. Like that's a common thing. They would just snipe people off their narco boats. So it's a very common thing that like America has known that there are illegals bringing narcotics from Mexico into the Gulf, right? Or from Cuba into Florida. It's very well known. We see it all the time over here where I'm at. Like all the time we'll see Border Patrol out there inspecting the beaches and they'll pull up like fucking bundles of dope out of the water.
Oh.
So it's a common thing.
It's super
Everybody
common.
knew. Yeah, everybody knew it was happening. Well, Trump got into office and said, "Let's shoot that $5,000 boat with a $1 million Hellfire missile," and it's been fucking beautiful because every time it happens, they post it on the government website of the boat. You could see the boat in black and white going through, and then all of a sudden it just
okay.
fucking
So
hilarious.
Smoke.
How do we know that there's not other things on that boat, like people?
We don't care. They're bringing drugs in. They're bringing drugs in.
Unfortunately, that's the long and short of it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's the long and short of it. But what's to say that those drug boats aren't also bringing over people? We all watched that movie. Fuck, it's called now.
It was a low budget one about the kids being trafficked. I know what you're talking about. I'll think of it in a minute. Anyways.
But like, think about it, like sex trafficking and drugs, right? They're 2 of the biggest
items in the world.
Yeah, biggest money makers.
Drugs
so how
and
do we
sex.
know? So how do we know that there's not just regular people on those boats?
We don't.
How can you? So I like to play devil advocate. Okay, so we can't prove that there aren't people on the boat, but how can you prove that there are people on the boat?
I mean, you're telling me that we don't have technology to do the little thermal scanning thing? Because I know damn well we do.
Yeah, but we don't know if those people are more drug. We know they're bringing drugs.
I mean, I feel like if you're looking at a boat and there's friggin' like crates, like the Connexes, right? And there's people inside those.
Those are big boats. We're talking like little little baby yachts and
like
speedboats and shit like that.
Somali
Well,
boats. Like
Yeah, so what you're talking about, like the Connex boats, you'd have to be closer to ports for that.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
like
No.
it's like where I'm located at, we have 2 major ports where I'm at.
all these
That's where all of
boats
our
look
drug
like
bundles come from.
the Lake Havasu boats. That's what
Okay.
all these boats look like.
Okay, I got
If you go to Lake Havasu, all those boats, the real fast ones, and let's face it, they all know you don't have a cigar boat with 500 cubic inch engines on the back of it because, and in the middle of the night at 2 a.m, because you're going out skiing. It's bringing drugs. And even if it has people in it, I'm sorry. This is going to piss everybody off, but I don't give a shit. Stop putting people on it. Fucking
Yeah. So the reason I say I like it's a double-sided sword, right? This topic, right? Because yes, there could be people on there, and it could be, it could be innocent children who are forced, right? Whatever, young women, young men, it doesn't matter, whatever. Okay. So it could be people on the boat, right? But this is where I have an issue is America ties their fucking hands so much with, for example, the Geneva Convention, right? Like we've all heard the stories about Marines or soldiers pissing on dead bodies and they end up in Leavenworth, right? Or, God forbid, they didn't wait for the guy to shoot them first and they shot him. And because the ROE said you can't shoot back unless
Until
you've
you're
been
shot
fired
at.
upon. Now you're
Oh,
going to
that's-
Leavenworth. Like, so stupid shit. So, like, they're always tying our hands. So, this is an item where I feel if there's nothing that says we can't do it, I say we fucking do it.
Yeah. So the long story is he shot one of these boats, and Washington Post said, because they had sources.
Well, there's your problem right there.
Yeah, the Washington Post said that they shot the boat blew up, and there were people holding on to the edge of the boat. Like they
wouldn't
didn't
have
die.
survived.
Well, I'm just saying they were holding on to the edge of the boat. 1 or 2 of them lived because these
Okay.
are big boats. Some of them are big boats. So they lived. And Pete looked at the people that are in the office and stuff like that are controlling this and going, fucking kill him again, double tap it. Now that is a war crime. The New York Times came out and said this never happened. This never was said. Pete left, and it came out that this was completely debunked and this never happened, and Washington Post was just talking out their ass. But in my opinion, I know it's a war crime. I know it's wrong, but I'm with Hannah on this one. I don't give a shit if they're hanging on the side. I really don't. So, okay, they're hanging on to the side. So now their drug buddies can come, pick them up, bring them back, and now they could do it again. Fuck it. Double tap. I don't give a shit. Hit them again with another Hellfire missile. Raise my taxes $1. I'll pay for it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
where do you draw the line, though? Like, at what point do you draw the line?
Stop bringing drugs into this country.
But the only way to make that actually happen is to shut down all borders.
You can't shut down the water border.
Yeah, you can't shut down the ports.
Okay, but
we stop getting supplies then because everything comes from China.
Yeah,
right. No, and I understand that, but you can stop making it so that, like, if you go from Cuba and you touch ground on Florida coast, like you're immediately asylumed. Like,
well, it's not just Cuba. You got to think California and Mexico.
It's the one that I'm using.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying though? Like,
right, but it's mainly from Venezuela through Mexico into America. So it's mainly Venezuela coming through Mexico and getting on the cartel boats and coming across on the Atlantic and Pacific. And I'm sorry, my opinion is if you kill enough of them, they'll stop or they'll run out of people. One of the two.
I think it would stop if we just legalized drugs to a certain extent.
That's a terrible fucking idea.
I'm just saying. Supply and demand, right? It has to be supplied, obviously, because there's a demand for it. So guess what? If we start supplying it and taxing the fuck out of it and making it a safe use,
We've tried
They have
that.
no need to bring it anymore.
No. Okay, yeah, they may not have a need to bring it anymore,
But
but
they're
that
still going to.
that has absolutely backfired on Portland, on Seattle. Those places on San Francisco, they've legalized every drug. So you can go to Portland right now, shoot up heroin, meth, whatever, on the side of the road in front of a cop, and there's nothing that can be done to you. It's completely
No, see,
legal.
I don't. No. See, that they went about it the wrong way. I'm not saying 100% legalized, right? Like, I'm saying, like, you're allowed to have a personal use amount on you, right? If you have anything more than a personal amount use on you, you're going to jail for distribution. Okay,
It won't work.
and then you're not allowed to, just like alcohol, you can't drink alcohol on the side of the fucking road. Why is it that you can't drink a beer on the side of the road, but you can shoot up? You can smoke meth. That makes 0 sense to me.
And
0 sense.
Well, it hasn't worked because now those 3 cities are absolute shitholes. There's homeless.
They were shitholes before that.
No, I've been to
Yes.
Portland.
When was the last time you were in Portland? Because I bet you I can beat you.
No. What, before me?
When was the last time you went to Portland?
98.
93.
Yeah. Oh, bro, you're way out. You're so outdated. You're so outdated. I have been to Portland before BLM and after BLM, and guess what? It was a shithole before
I understand.
and
It's
after.
been a shithole for like 20 years. I get that.
Yeah, bro, you're talking about, okay, so when the last time I went and visited Seattle was 2021. Okay.
Yeah.
And the homeless population was fucking outrageous. Like, you can't walk down the street without seeing a homeless person fucking shit all over the place. Okay?
I was in Seattle in 95 and in Portland, sorry, not 93, 98. I was in Portland. These places were gorgeous at one time, and then they legalized drugs and they became what you see them as, shitholes.
This was before drugs were even legalized over there.
And Portland, you could always pot's been legal for a while.
Okay, pot doesn't matter. I don't count pot. Pot is not gonna make you, like, there's people who are like, oh, I'm addicted to pot. No, the fuck you're not. No, the fuck you're not.
I totally
no,
believe
you're not. It's impossible.
I totally believe
to
it's
be...
a gateway drug, though.
I wouldn't say it's a gateway drug either.
No,
I know plenty
I said
of people
I would.
who.
I
don't think it's.
No, I don't. I think even legalizing pot was the worst idea we ever did.
You think that pot is a gateway drug?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, hold on. So you genuinely think that every single person that tries pot is going to try something harder?
No, that is not that's not what gateway drug means. It doesn't mean everybody's going to do it, but a larger portion will. And I'm sorry,
No,
I
think you have to have the want. I think you have to have the want.
I think you have to have the want.
I think potheads always are looking for the better high. For the majority.
So the problem with that is, though, is pot is
Sound
not
of Freedom,
upper.
by the way, guys. That's
Sound
that
of
movie.
Freedom, that's it.
Pot is not an upper. Pot is a downer.
It doesn't matter.
Just like alcohol.
Yeah.
Pot's a downer. So it doesn't matter if the person is smoking pot or not. If the person wants to go fucking do meth because they want an upper, because they want to be awake for 3 fucking days, or cocaine, they're going to go do it, whether they smoked pot or not.
Druggies don't care about the upper or lower or the downer or upper. They just want the next best thing. And the next best thing, I'm sorry, this America, most of the cities, most of the towns that have let pot become legal have gotten worse. I hate seeing a fucking pot place on every corner of the street and a line of people lined up behind it. These people are, and I'm not saying all of them. You may be a functioning pothead. I have friends that are potheads. They're fine. I don't care
pot.
No, I think it was a terrible idea making it legal. It is the only way to make it legal is if the federal government says it's legal and tax the shit out of it.
That's what they should be doing. That's how pot should be.
But they're not doing it, and they will never do that.
But here's the thing. Okay, that's great, fine, and dandy, but you stop the black market bullshit. You stop kids ODing on pot that's laced with fentanyl. You stop the sketchy ass nonsense that comes with the backyard pot that we all grew up. And you can talk to any cop, and I'm sure Hannah's probably experienced this. My brother is a cop, and he will tell you every day of the week he would rather pull over a stoner, 1,000 times a day than pull over a drunk or somebody who was on something else, because
Well,
everybody
yeah.
else is wicked mean, and a pothead's just like, hey man, like I'm just trying to get where I'm going, like, and they're super chill and they're super cooperative. Whereas he's pulled over drunks and that can't handle their alcohol at all. They're all over the road. They're dangerous and they're fucking mean.
I will bet you $100 though that all those people that he pulls over that are high on meth, coke, heroin, whatever, started with pot. I bet you if you asked them, every single one of them has said, "Well, I used to smoke pot when I was a teenager."
I don't think it's a gateway drug. I did pot when I was in high school, and
And look how fucked up you are now.
I'm not a junkie though. Just saying.
All three of us here have done pot.
Have never smoked meth. Have never done coke. Have never
You
tried heroin.
cannot
Have never
say
tried
that you've done
anything.
pot,
Why?
baby. Because you suck at pot.
Okay, but I've still
You've
tried
done
it.
it like 3 times,
It doesn't
done it
matter
like
if
a
you've done
handful
it.
of times.
It doesn't matter if you've done it once or a million.
and you get sick every time. You're allergic to pot.
Okay, but we know that now, right? But I've never looked at like somebody who's been like, dude, I trip balls on shrooms and been like, yeah, I want to try that. No.
Yeah, I think the whole legalizing it thing is because then maybe we can have cleaner, safer drugs, right?
Yeah.
Then there's less ODs. Like then we don't have shit with like fentanyl, and we don't have this nasty, disgusting shit that's on the streets, right? Like at least then it's controlled a little bit better, right? So then we have clean drugs. Clean drugs to me sounds better than dirty drugs. Just saying.
Don't get me wrong. I was 100% for legalizing pot. Like I did a research paper on it. Like I was 100% for it. I could have quoted you every fact why pot should be legal, even compared to alcohol, because yes, pot is better than alcohol.
Yeah, if there's one thing we should get rid of, it's fucking alcohol.
We tried that and it failed miserably.
Yeah, we just ended up with these little dive bars.
So what keeps happening? The drug issue is the same as prohibition. We don't have the legalized drugs, so guess what? Everybody's going to get it from illegal sources.
I'm pretty sure it's legal in almost all 50 states now.
What?
Weed.
Pot.
It's definitely not legal in North Dakota. It's definitely not legal in Texas. Definitely not legal in Georgia.
Hold on.
He said almost all 50 states.
I said almost.
I can keep going. I can keep going. I can continue with some states.
Don't make me whip out the F word.
I'm just saying.
I don't think it's legal in Vermont yet either. Just ask how many states is pot legal in.
Well, you got to differentiate between medicinal and recreational. Because there's some states where it's medicinal, but it's not recreational.
Not recreational, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Come on, give me a list.
You have to specify which one you're looking for, Beb.
No, I have it all up here, but it's like I'd have to go through I got to scroll through each one and stuff like that. It's fucking bullshit. I just want a list.
Oh, it's probably not AI generating for you because we have a shortage on RAM.
4, 5,
so
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
They don't have enough RAM to AI generate your list for you right now.
It looks like about 21 states are legal for recreational use. 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
4,
so
5, 6,
I have Indiana, Wyoming, Kansas, Wisconsin. What's between Illinois and Ohio?
You're looking at the same map I am. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Dakota, or South Carolina, are absolutely, they have no laws about weed.
Yeah. So
Texas is a felony.
Texas is medical.
Legal for medical use.
Yeah, you get caught with it and it's not medical use, guess what? It's a felony.
That's wild.
Yeah, I see it on the news all the time that there's like 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds.
Okay, there's 10
getting felonies.
There's 10 states that don't even have medical programs.
Oh,
so there's
wow.
10 states that are completely illegal. You can't have pot.
I didn't realize. So I lied. So Vermont is recreational and medical. New Hampshire's only medical.
Let's see. Okay, you're gonna have to do some editing, baby, because I'm gonna share this. Share screen window. Here we go. Can you guys all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not updated. That's not updated because North Carolina, South Carolina, and then what is that? Friggin'
South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, and
yeah, so that's all right. But
that's North Carolina.
What the hell's under South Carolina?
It's Georgia.
Georgia. It's medical only.
I got a buddy who lives in Georgia. He said it's not at all. None of it. No medical. No recreational.
Yeah,
none of it.
this is as of 2024.
Oh no, this says updated 2025.
Yeah, 5 July 2025.
Uploaded. Just kidding.
Uploaded.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you
still
got fucking, of course, Idaho.
So basically the entire coast, right? Both. So the east or west coast, my bad.
The West Coast are
is
all potheads. They're
Right.
all potheads.
Okay, then you go to the east coast and you've got 4 out of the
Pretty much all the northern states,
yeah.
except for one.
Okay, but
That's
let's
got
be
like a-
honest. What are you gonna do up there? It's from like Jersey up wintertime, you're either drinking, fucking, or smoking.
That's North Dakota. And look at North Dakota. North Dakota is medicinal only.
Yeah.
And guess what? The only thing there is to do up there is drink, fuck, and kill
smoke.
moose.
And kill moose.
I'm
They're
sorry.
actually
Which
called
is
meeses.
which is a once in a lifetime tag. So once you kill it once, you're done.
Yeah, she's not
So-
wrong. I lived in North Dakota, and that.
Yeah,
It's
I remember
miserable.
going up there 4th of July weekend and in Michigan, and it was still so cold.
Yeah.
They had
it's
just gotten
disgusting.
snow the weekend before.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
bleh.
disgusting. There's nothing to
Yeah.
do.
But I mean, I knew all the West Coast was legal. What's that? What one? I can
That's
never
New
remember.
Hampshire. That's New Hampshire.
Fucking New
Yeah, 'cause
Hampshire, of course.
Vermont's to the left of it, right?
Yeah. I always
Yeah.
get them flipped around.
It's Vermont, New Hampshire, and then Maine.
And then you got the massholes.
Yeah, fucking massholes. Which I'm not going to apologize for because if you live in Massachusetts, you're a masshole.
Yeah, but they're
When you're
proud of
born and
that.
raised there and you fucking drive through Massachusetts, there's a reason it's called Massachusetts and why you're called a fucking masshole.
Yeah.
You fucking drive like you're.
Have you been through
asshole.
Connecticut?
Yeah, it's not as bad.
I've heard Connecticut has some of the nicest roads.
They do.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do have some nice
And
roads.
some
I've heard
of
they've
the
got
like
some
most like
amazing roads.
so there's a road, if I remember correctly, if I remember correctly, if specifically through Connecticut, when you go from Jersey to Vermont, there's one. It's the roads have on either side. It's like manicured trees, like planted properly, and they flower every spring, and it's fucking beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Did you guys know North Dakota produces like 80% of the United States' sunflower products?
Yes.
Does
but I
not
live
surprise
there.
me.
Who actually what's the famous cranapple drink?
What?
Cranberry
fi-
juice?
Yeah, what's the famous cranberry juice brand?
Ocean spray?
Yeah,
Is it Ocean? Who does the most cranberries?
Jersey.
Fucking Jersey.
That's crazy.
We have some of the
Yeah.
biggest cranberry bogs, and actually, when you're in school, like they take you to a cranberry bog. Now, what they don't tell you is to not go into that cranberry bog because the minute you get into that water, there's friggin' wolf spiders crawling all over them damn cranberries.
Oh yeah. I've seen ads for like them looking for jobs, right? And they pay really good for you to go into these whatever those lakes are that hold the cranberries.
The bogs.
Yeah. So they pay you really good money to go in there, and they're like, oh, but the number one like danger or risk is
spiders.
Spiders, and I'm like, nope, you don't pay
Yeah.
enough for that.
There's
Because wolf spiders may not be venomous or anything like that, but
But they're wicked fast.
and they fucking hurt. Have you ever been bit by a wolf spider?
Yeah.
No, thank God.
That shit fucking hurts.
What did you do? Wolf spiders are like docile. They don't bite you for no
What are
reason.
you talking about,
Fuck,
docile?
they don't.
Wolf spiders are monsters.
I've caught them in my hand. They're completely harmless.
And you wonder why you get
No.
bit so often.
I've been bit
No.
only a couple times.
No.
Wolf spiders do not bite you.
Yeah,
Unless you're-
they don't.
you.
Were you fucking with it?
No, okay, so
Oh,
I personally
Oh,
have
no.
not been bit by one, okay? But I have an aunt who was like taking the dumpster out one day, and there was one on the inside of the wheel, and it
Oh,
bit
shit.
the fuck out of her foot. All she was doing was taking out the dumpster. She didn't
Okay,
even know it was there.
but you're also talking to the same man that's willing to fuck with a baby rattlesnake.
Yes, I
What's
did.
wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Thank you.
I sent her a picture of it.
Yeah,
That I was-
I
What
said,
is
you
wrong
look a
with
little
you?
close to that. He goes, yeah, well, I had to move it out of the road or it would
Yeah, I had
die.
to pick it up and move it so it wouldn't get run over.
I'd have ran it over.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't agree with like intentionally running them over, but like, we're not
Babies?
fucking
Oh,
with them
fuck
either.
yeah. I'd have fucking ran it over.
Do you know the only
No.
reason why they're more poisonous is or venomous is because they can't regulate their venom? That's
Yes,
it.
because they're babies.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not their
Yes.
fault.
Actually,
It's like
I can.
it's like actual human babies who don't know their own strength.
Hey!
Whoa.
I'll throw another grenade in here,
Let's do it.
baby. She
What?
likes killing coyotes.
Oh. I don't like that.
What did I tell you?
I don't like that.
Yeah.
We're moving
okay.
into their homes and people are getting, they ate my cat. Yeah, well, cats don't fucking belong outside.
I mean, I agree with that, right? Like, yes. So anyway, okay. So when I was younger, we used to go to Seligman, and there's a thing called antelope eaters. Okay, so it was in the early March every single year, and it was a coyote killing tournament, essentially. Okay, and the reason we would do it is because shortly after that is when all the antelopes would drop their fawns. So we would do it preemptively so that there was a higher possibility of antelope surviving to increase the population of antelope in the area.
Was there a number of coyotes that you could bag, though?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
Coyotes are like rabbits. They reproduce like that.
Okay, well, they can't if we keep moving to their god-forsaken fucking territory.
Like, I'm just saying, okay.
I'm just saying. We can't get mad at a fucking creature for being in our backyards when we're the one moving into their territory.
That's a totally different story. That's a totally different subject. Like,
no, it's not.
You can't compare killing them to help the population of antelope or deer and stuff like that, and then compare it to, well, if it gets in your backyard, that's on you. That's your fault for moving to the middle of the desert. Like, okay, yes, I agree with that. Like,
Okay,
if it
so
moves into your backyard and kills all your cats, like, you shouldn't have left your cats outside to begin
Okay,
with.
so are you saying that before humans settled the West, that there was no such thing as antelope because the coyotes killed everything?
No.
So the coyotes
yes, I know
and the
nature. Yes, I know nature.
So nature
does
was
its
able
thing.
to,
Yes,
regulate
but now we impact those numbers because now we limit how much area the antelope have and how much area the coyotes have. So unfortunately, it causes them to have to intermingle slightly more, which decreases because antelope are prey; they are not predators, which in turn decreases their numbers. It's just like with hunting in Arizona. Like, there's a reason Arizona does the lottery system, right? And they only allow so many tags per unit, which is based off of the population. Because if they overpopulate, they will die off because they don't have food. And there's not enough room for them to travel to find new food, right?
Okay.
Because humans have interfered.
I will agree with, like, I think it was Vermont. There was a population boom of deer, right? And they were coming in and killing everything, every possible
Vegetation.
vegetation, right? For farmers, for you name it, right?
Yeah.
Overpopulated. They had a really good boom one year. Well, they did the lottery system or whatever. They went out. They weren't allowed to shoot. It was like $1 per, I don't know, 1,000 people or something. And then you weren't allowed to shoot a buck under a certain age. But now they've run into the opposite problem, and now there's a deer shortage.
Mm-hmm.
So I can agree with, like, if there's genuinely an overpopulation, like, I can understand that. But at the same time, there has to be some sort of, I mean, I guess for me, it's because being in Arizona, like, you hear it all the time. Like, these guys are like, oh yeah, I went out and bagged myself like 4 fucking coyotes. And it's like, for what? For why? They weren't doing anything. They were just living their little coyote lives and minding their business.
Yeah, see, I don't agree with like aimlessly hunting, right? Like I hunt, okay. I've killed coyotes and stuff, and it's all for a specific purpose, right? Like you're not gonna catch me out in the middle of fucking August when no prey animal, right? Deer or elk or antelope, they're not dropping fawns in August. Like that's not happening. So you're not gonna see me out there killing fucking coyotes because there's no purpose. Now, when certain animals are going to drop fawns, I might go kill a couple coyotes in the area, right?
So you're talking like
Because it
February,
increases.
March time
Yeah,
before like April, May when babies are born.
yeah. April, May is like when they drop fawns. Yeah. So preemptively or around the months that they're dropping fawns, right? That's a good time to go help out to help increase the population of antelope, right? Because there's already a small amount of antelope in Arizona. Not enough for them to be put on like the endangered list or anything, but the populations have decreased over time. You'll see me do that, but I'm not just going to be like, oh, it's fucking December. I'm going to go kill me some fucking coyotes. Because, like, in
Do you
Arizona,
agree
they
with
don't.
them having like no cutoff? Like you could bag 10, 15, 20 coyotes and there's no.
Right. I don't know what the fuck you're doing to bag that many, but sure. Like,
So
See, I don't agree with that.
what I'm hearing is we should have tags for humans to cut down the human population in Arizona so everything evens out.
I mean,
Because I want a couple
you could start with like pedophiles and wife beaters and.
oh,
Sure.
speaking of which, did you see that I think it was I saw an ad on, not an ad, a thing on Facebook today that they approved medical castration for pedophiles.
You're talking about in Louisiana? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw it.
Hey, Hannah, you are like
You got really loud all
deep.
of a sudden.
You're deep throating your mic.
Because I'm trying to make sure you guys hear me.
Oh, we could hear you just fine. Trust me.
It's also because I'm losing feeling in my arm, so it's like just naturally pushing it. You know.
You don't have to hold your hand up there, you weirdo.
What are you
Well,
talking
I had to
about?
because it was on the edge.
You said Louisiana?
Yeah, so Louisiana approved medical
castration for pedophiles.
Yeah, it's only if your act was against children of specific ages, though. I think the cutoff was like 12.
I mean,
So it
but
was
it's
like
a step
12
in the
and
right
under.
direction.
Yes, Louisiana law has allowed for court-ordered chemical castration as a possible punishment for certain sex offenders since 2008. It is typically imposed as a condition. It's been a lot. 2024, Louisiana. Bleh, fucking words. Louisiana also passed a separate Act 651 effective August 1st, 2024, which makes it the first state to allow judges to order surgical cut the balls off, surgical castration for individuals convicted of aggravated sex crimes against victims under the age of 13.
Oh, I was
Good.
close. I said 12. I was
Good.
real close.
Cut them off.
Yeah, I agree with it.
Surgical castration, cutting the balls off.
Yes.
Yeah, fucking taking them.
You don't deserve.
And it's so funny. It's so funny. Okay, so I heard a podcast. It was a couple of black guys, older and a younger guy, right? And they were talking about this, about like, how do we fix the reoffenders of pedophiles and stuff like that, right? Like, how do we? Because you can't cure it, right? Like, there's no cure for it.
No.
So how do we fix the problem? Because obviously, like, majority of them will get out of jail, get out of prison, and they will go reoffend.
Yeah.
Right. So how do we fix the problem? And they were doing questions about it and stuff. And somebody had left a comment for them because I think they were doing it like a live or whatever. And somebody had popped the question of like, oh, we should castrate them. And it was so funny watching these guys, one of the guys, the younger guy in particular, freak out about the government deciding what should happen to a man who is molested children. That the government should decide that they should have control over how they deal with this situation. And he was like freaking out about it, and all these women in the comments were blown up about how like, oh yeah, like how does it feel to have the government decide what to do with your body, right? Like kind of flipping it back on them because women have been dealing with this for a while. And the older guy was like, well, what do we do with women? Like, you know, there are women who will sexually abuse children, and you like, how do you chemically or how do you medically or surgically castrate a woman? And I was like, "Oh, I mean, that's a good question, like, I
That's
don't
a valid
know,
point.
so what do we do for wo—" But see, I don't think it's fair, like, I don't think there's a, if we do this to men, we have to do something to women. Like, I don't think that's how that works because the sexes are so different, right?
But I also feel like
Um,
women don't, and maybe I'm completely off base here, but I feel like women don't assault young, like obviously like teenage boys, right? Because that's like a thing that we see a lot.
yeah, like the teachers.
But
Oh,
yeah,
the teachers are blowing up lately with
but I
the
don't think
females
that,
fucking the boys.
right, but I don't think that the and I'm not saying it doesn't happen, so don't, you know, take think that I am, but I don't think that it's as common for women to assault younger children, whereas for men,
Oh no, it's way more male oriented.
right, right.
Okay, I need help pronouncing this. Hold on.
Are you gonna share it?
Yes. Calm down. It takes a second to share.
Are we gonna share with class? Can you castrate a female human?
That
An
word, right?
oophorectomy?
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 One of those, but okay, but that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's just a removal of my ovaries. So
Like, you're talking about, like, perfect example, 'kay, well, I mean, I guess it could, because if you remove the ovaries, they stop producing estrogen, and they start producing a way more testosterone. So, like, if you look at women who in their younger ages have had full hysterectomies, right, where they take everything, they end up on, hormones. They end up going in and having to take hormones every couple of months, like a shot, injection, whatever. But I feel like that's not as effective, right?
But
Because some of these women, I'd have to look up and see like what the most cases are for women offenders. Because like dudes, it stops them from getting hard, right? Like if you take their testicles entirely, like they won't be able to get erect, right?
if you,
Right?
I honestly, I don't know if you cut a guy's balls off. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we've all seen the red rocket of dogs, and their balls are gone. Like, and they still hump, and they still can they can still have sex because our last dog Atlas, he completely mounted and attached to another female dog, and his
Yeah.
balls were completely gone.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that with dogs. So
I just looked up side
don't
effects
know.
of this for whatever it is. I can't even pronounce that.
oophorectomy.
Well, yeah,
Agent
your
impact.
immediate side effects like that, the shoulder and back pain is because of all the gas that they put in you to blow you up so that they can see it. That shit fucking hurts, by the way.
Oh,
That shit's miserable.
sudden induced menopause. So
Yes.
so you
So like,
instantly get menopause.
yeah, because you stop producing estrogen. So like me, okay, when in 2021, when I went to go get my partial hysterectomy, my OBGYN specifically told me like, hey, on the ultrasounds, your ovaries look fine and they look healthy. But obviously we won't know until we get inside. He goes, so if we get inside there and your ovaries are not healthy, he goes, we will not do this procedure because if we take your ovaries, you will start menopause now. And I was only 26, 27, I think.
Oh.
So yeah, so if you take the ovaries from women, that's like, yes, our uterus and stuff produces a little bit of estrogen, but the main kicker for estrogen is your ovaries.
Yeah. But this is going to be a hot take. I heard this from somebody, and it's kind of funny, but not kind of funny. If you want to reduce pedophilia, along with killing the pedophile, you should kill the child too. Because it's something like 75% of molested males grow up to be molesters themselves.
Okay, but
So
how much of that is because the little boy didn't get help in time and is now That's what I
I'm
don't
not
understand.
getting
Like, you
into
can't.
detail. It's just one of those
That
stupid
oh,
things that I heard.
that's going into like the a psychopath, right?
Yeah.
Will, if he breeds, will breed another psychopath,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Right.
like in the same sense.
Yeah.
So,
I just heard that and I was just like, well, that's wrong. But I mean, if you're going just by statistics, if you knew somebody had a 75% chance of molesting a child, would you lock him up before he even had a chance? Would you bet the 25%?
Okay, but that goes along the same lines as a rapist having a baby, and you find out that what's the percentage of those rape babies being perpetrators themselves?
It's actually extremely low.
yeah, we can tag this back into abortion.
Yeah,
Because
that's
you said in abortion that you don't agree with having a baby aborted if it's out of rape or
Yeah.
molestation or incest. So if there's a 75% chance that they're going to become a
Offender.
offender themselves, would you still disagree to abort the baby? Or would you be okay with aborting the baby now that you know there's a 75% chance that they also will be an offender?
A study has never been done.
Well, maybe it should.
There is no study on a product of rape, a child of rape growing up, and is he an offender now too?
Maybe there should be.
It says victimization does not predetermine future behavior, environmental influences,
Which is
shit like that.
bullshit. You literally just proved the fact that victimization can create offenders. If
This is crazy to
75%
me.
of men that are sexually abused then become abusers themselves.
This is crazy to me. We know more about two adults who are addicts having a child and the percentage of that child being more likely to become an addict than we do about rape or molestation. That's mind-boggling to me, right? So like when I took my class, my behavioral health class, right, and I got into abnormal psychology, right, where you talk about addicts a little bit, and we go into like schizophrenia and all that bullshit. Okay. We specifically had to do research about the percentage of parents who are addicts and the likelihood of their child being an addict. Because they even had cases about where the parents were addicts and the child was taken from them and got adopted by a family who
That's
the
normal.
parents they weren't addicts, they weren't alcoholics, another thing, and that child still became an addict.
Do you think it's because the drugs got into the system and fucked with the brain?
So I actually have a friend who was born addicted to heroin. Her mom did it when she was pregnant with her. And the doctors told her as she got older that if she tried it, like even once, there was a high possibility of her ODing because her body was already so used to it, and because it was already in her body that they essentially had to detox her for the first, like, I think it's like a week or something that they have to like
heroin babies. But
Yeah.
I think it's because people want to study. People like studying drugs a lot more than pedophilia and rape, because those are, I don't want to say they're taboo, but they're icky subjects. I mean, they
yeah,
just
where
give
everybody knows somebody who did drugs or
right.
has a friend whose parents were addicts or.
But what's the answer from every normal person if you had a pedophile or a rapist in front of you? What's the answer to everybody?
Dead.
Bullet. Nobody wants to find out why.
I'm pretty sure there's a song about this. It's called Dead Men Don't Rape. It's pretty banging.
I've never heard that song.
You gotta go look it up after this.
I think that my opinion, I think that if you know that you're a pedophile, right, and you know that you want to offend, but you turn yourself in preemptively, I think that would make for a better.
Damien and I have talked about this.
Yeah,
I
don't think anybody would, just because of the stigma.
Yes. So yeah. So I agree. I think we agreed on that, right? So I watched a documentary. This was years ago. There was a documentary out of the UK where this lady specifically was trying to reach out to people who were attracted to younger individuals. Um, and she was looking for volunteers who knew this about themselves and wanted to be a part of a study. And she specifically met with a guy in the UK who had known from a very young age that he was attracted to girls that were much younger than he was. Okay. Now at the point in the documentary, he's much older. Like he's like 40s, 50s, somewhere in there. Okay. And he's never offended. Never offended once. And he openly talks about how, like, once you identify it and you comprehend that it's not normal or it's not legal and it's just not okay, that you have to immediately start working prevention, right? So he would avoid certain areas, right? He didn't live in neighborhoods with a lot of kids. He talked about how you have to plan your daily activities during times that kids are not normally out and about, right? You don't go to parks on the weekends, right? Maybe you go hit the trails instead. You don't go grocery shopping at high times when parents like to come with their kids, right? You don't live near schools. You don't live near parks with where the little kids hang out. And it's all about prevention. And he talked about how he had a therapist, but he talked to her about it like as if he was a drug addict because he was ultimately scared to admit that he was sexually attracted to younger children.
Well, I mm, oh, we're gonna get into a subject that so many people are gonna hate because so many people just say kill him,
Yeah, kill him.
and unfortunately, I'm gonna say this honestly as I can. That is not working. All you're doing is pushing everybody underground to where they hide it. They don't tell anybody. They don't talk to anybody about it, and then it wells up, and then they offend. And I
Okay, but you
understand.
can't make it mainstream either.
No,
Like it's
no,
it's
no, no,
because it's
no,
not
no.
okay.
No, like there's actually a part of the LGBTQ. It's a small. I know it's a small part, but they have it. It's a
We
minor
don't talk
attracted.
about Bruno.
we don't we don't talk about Bruno, but it's the minor attracted person, and
Yeah.
they have like a part of the LGBT. They have a color on the flag. It's rare, but it is out there. I'm not saying you make it normal, like these people walk around going, "Yeah, that 10-year-old looks fucking hot." No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there's
Prevention.
there's got to be a happy medium to where because
There's
what we're doing now isn't working. It's
no,
just
because
producing more.
it's making more. Well, I wouldn't say it's producing more, right?
It
But
I think it's
the
making more
only
offenders.
yes, and it's because they have to go so far underground with it, right?
Okay.
Like
Right.
So
you could have a guy at your work right now that works with you. Either any of us, it's already happened to me. We had a guy at work who got caught with a lot of child pornography. His bond is $1 million.
holy fuck.
Yeah. And it was a guy I worked with him. I knew him. He wasn't in my department, but he was a great guy. He had kids. He volunteered at his kid's school a whole lot. He was an upstanding guy. Prior Marine, like amazing guy, outstanding guy. And when I found out about it, I was like, holy, I would have
But they say that a lot. I feel like they say that a
never
lot.
guessed.
I feel like it's like the everyday man that
Yeah.
all of a sudden like they get caught and it's like holy fuck, like Jeff next door, did you know? Like did you know? Did you know? And for me it's always kind of curious because you talk to the wives afterward come out and they're like, well, our sex life had been down in the drain and blah blah blah, and it's like, okay, but for how long? And how long
Yeah.
did he stay married to you and give you what you wanted so that he could have what he wanted? Because now he's got an inkling to go talk to these kids because now he has kids. You know what I mean? Like there had to be
Yeah.
warning signs. There has to be some sort of and obviously it's not going to be like your next door neighbor, you're not going to know because a lot of us don't know our next door neighbors, let's be honest. A lot of us don't even talk
Right.
to our next door neighbors, but there's a difference I feel like between like the everyday man that is into child porn and into that, and then you have like a I know it's not real, but so you have the episode of what is it, Criminal Minds, where he started an entire society, right?
Nope. SVU.
SVU.
Law and
No,
Order
it was
SVU.
Criminal Minds.
It was Law and
It was
Order
Criminal
SVU.
Minds because Tara helped make that whole thing. It was
Okay.
Criminal Minds.
Okay.
Anyway, regardless, but it was a whole community for like sex offenders of different, everything from pedophilia to
Yeah.
rape to, but it was for offenders of some kind so that they could feel less like outed.
More safe.
Yeah.
So they could live their life.
So what about something like that? Something like
No, I don't. I think in today's society it would not work. Like if you, even if it was like fully funded, right? Like, hey, if you come out and you say that you're a pedophile, but you've never offended, right?
We built you a town.
Yeah, like we'll say they put it in one of the most empty states in the country, which is either going to be North Dakota, Montana, or Wyoming. It's going to be one of those three. Okay, I know. North Dakota as a state has less than 1 million people throughout the entire state. Okay. So let's say they choose North Dakota. We will move you all to North Dakota. We will give you a gated community. You'll have a store. It'll be like a 55 plus and up community, but for pedophiles. You guys will have your own grocery stores. You guys will have your own parks. You'll have your own everything, and it's fully funded. We will send you there. All you're going to do is create a huge fucking target because all the people that 100% deep down to their bones cannot believe that you're a pedophile and you haven't offended, their thought is going to be, you just haven't been caught yet. So now you guys are all in one spot. So guess now what we're going to go do? We're just going to go pick you off like fucking throwing dynamite in the bottom of a barrel.
Yep. Oh, by the way, states that have less than 1 million people, we can move them to Wyoming, Vermont, Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Delaware.
Wow. Delaware?
Delaware.
I'm calling hard bullshit on that. That feels like a big lie. For being as small as Delaware is, that feels like a big lie.
Wyoming, 586,000.
Okay.
Vermont, 647. Alaska.
There's more cow than there are people, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Alaska, 733. North Dakota, 788. South Dakota, 928. They're moving up.
Moving up in the world, guys.
Delaware shouldn't be in there. Delaware barely broke it. 1,040,000.
See, and again, that still doesn't make sense because it's Delaware. It's so crowded.
It's fucking this big.
Right.
It fits in the palm of my hand.
Look, that's like talking about like Rhode Island, right? Rhode Island is so small. Do you know there's a ranch in Texas that
bigger
is
than
bigger
Rhode Island
than the state of Rhode Island?
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Ford named a truck after it.
King Ranch. Yeah.
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 Awesome. How crazy is that? How crazy is that?
Holy shit, did we go away from pedophilia?
But yeah, so I feel like, yes, you cannot move them into their own community, right? Because now it's just like fishing with dynamite.
Okay.
They're just going to get picked off.
I completely agree. I think people will go there and just start killing them.
Yeah. So I think the best avenue is prevention. Prevention.
Right, but how do you prevent that without giving them their own place to be, their own places to shop, their own
to be okay to come out?
Well, so we need to have therapists, right? To start, the bare minimum, we need licensed therapists that are trained to work with pedophiles, people who admit that they have a problem, right? And I think we should honestly stop okaying this age thing, right? I think we should stop okaying the age gap of like, you have a 20-year-old who is dating a 15-year-old. Bro, you need to go get checked. There's something not right. Like, yes, later in life, we might say, hey, 5-year age gap, not a big deal. But
yeah, because like 20 to 25 is like whatever.
It's not a big deal, right? Like my parents, there's a 13-year age gap. That's totally normal in their age now, right?
Yeah.
But looking at it, a 20-year-old brain compared to a 15-year-old brain. Why are you actually truly interested in that 15-year-old? Because I can guarantee it's not for their fucking brain.
No, it's
Guaranteed.
not. No. I mean, this is going to be about as... I mean, I can tell you the reason.
It's
tell you the reason.
It's sex. They're naive.
Because
they're naive. They're naive.
No, naive doesn't... Well, naive has a little bit to do with it.
Because men want a virgin.
Men want young, tight,
pure.
And unfortunately, in this day and age, we got to keep going younger to get that.
I don't understand that concept because let me tell you, I've slept with some women, and now granted, this is just a woman and a woman, but I've
Yeah.
slept with some women who are inexperienced. This is why in my older age, like if my wife and I were to get divorced, I am not being your experiment anymore. Whereas men are like, oh yeah, let me. You could experiment on me all you want. Bro, no.
No, you need to show up with a resume. There needs to be at least 3 references.
Where's your certificates? Can I call your exes and ask them, was she a dead fish? Is she a pillow princess?
Yeah.
Oh, she's not? Okay, cool. What was she like? What was she into? No, fuck.
I
Fuck no.
I don't know the train of thought. I just know that, and I would say the majority of men.
Okay, but hold on.
And
Let's
I'm not
take
saying
this
they
back.
want.
Hold on.
I'm not saying they want. Hold on. I'm not saying they want 14-year-old girls. That's not what I'm saying. But if a 40-year-old man had the choice between a 35-year-old woman or a 20-year-old woman, 99% will pick the 20-year-old woman.
Okay, so let's take this back, right, to like old times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Max age was, we'll say 30. At 15, right, she's prime marriage age. If you weren't married off and had kids by the time you were 16, there was something wrong with you.
Yeah, you were.
So what part of it is biological and what part of it is
domesticated?
I think a lot.
Right.
I think a much bigger part is biology than society will admit. I think a much bigger part.
Like you think that more people are like, it's like more of a biological.
Yes, I think men are attracted to young, fertile women than society would like to admit, because especially now, because I mean the stigma behind it. If you, I mean, there's a ton of girls on OnlyFans that have a countdown until they're 18. That one chick that turned 18 and made $1 million in one day, a fucking $1 million on her 18th birthday because she had a countdown. She stayed dressed at 17 and she was on OnlyFans live until it turned midnight. And then when it switched to her 18th birthday, she started to strip. She made $1 million in one day.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, I get it. So men want women at their prime.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm not talking like, because women, like, we hit our sexual peak prime, unfortunately, in our older ages. That's why older women start going for younger men, because the young man can keep up, right?
Yeah, it's a joke and a half.
Yeah.
So
cougars are okay, but if I like a 19 or 20-year-old girl, that's fucking disgusting.
Right, but see, the issue I have with this is, so like, men aren't going after 20-year-old, 21-year-old, right? Like the 60-year-old man is not getting a 20-year-old girlfriend because she's 20 and because he wants to impregnate her. Like the bro's not getting, the bro is not having children anymore. Like the dude's 60. He's not.
I don't know. Keeper of the Wild was 72 and he had a baby.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, your sperm.
But okay, but I'm saying like the majority. I'm saying like the majority. Like the majority, right? The majority are not having a 20-year-old girlfriend or fiance or wife because they plan on having children.
Right.
They want her because when they go out,
it's status.
She looks good.
Yeah.
Right? She wants him because he's got
money.
Stability.
Money.
He's got money.
That's stability.
He's financially stable. He's mature. Okay. He's not here for the games.
Yeah. Okay, but
and he's pretty much going to let her do whatever the fuck she wants, right? And she's kind of okay with the fact that he's got to take a little blue pill before they can do anything, if she's even doing anything for him.
But is that because she wants to have kids and he doesn't? Or is that because that's just what she, like, that's what I don't understand. Like, a lot of these women that marry these older men, it's because of the financial stability, fine, whatever. But let's be honest, that hoe wouldn't be with him if he was just an everyday Joe Schmo, had a roof, had just a regular paying job, could make ends meet. Like, if he wasn't rich, she would not be with him.
No, women don't give a shit about lumber. So if you work at Home Depot, nobody's fucking looking at you. And the dude at Home Depot, he wants a 20-year-old just as much as that fucking millionaire does. Right. He just can't get it.
So I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that, one, we have to accept that women are just as shallow as men.
Mhm.
And men are the ultimate shallow because for men, I mean, you can look at it through anything. Okay, perfect example. Let's look at Trump and his wife, Melania. She's gorgeous, right? She's absolutely
Oh man,
gorgeous.
yo,
Speaks
that
75 different languages. Like, she's just gorgeous.
when was it his inauguration where she wore like the Kennedy style stuff, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Bro, that is elite right there. Like,
So, but that's what I'm talking about. Like,
That's
he
elite.
married this like top tier, top
Yeah.
status woman,
yeah.
right? And then you have like a Joe Schmo like my husband, who's a whore and slept his way through every freaking continent possible. And he was willing to eat the most wild things to be able to sleep with the top tier women because women are status. Whereas for us, I feel like men aren't status. They're
Right. So I see where you're going with this. Whereas like the trophy wife, that's a
Yeah.
status, right?
Yeah.
For men having if a 70-year-old man has a 21-year-old wife who's got rock hard tits, fucking peach bottom ass, right? Fucking top
Right.
10, right? She could be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. That's a status,
Right.
That's top tier. Like that's
even if
Playboy
he doesn't make a
status.
crap ton of money, it's still
Yeah.
status.
But
Mhm.
women, right? Women are not going to go for the 60, 70-year-old guy who works at Home Depot who's bringing home $50K a year. Whether
Right.
he's got a house that's paid off or not, right? Women's status is, unfortunately, I'd actually even go to say that women are more fucking shallow because women go after money status.
Well, women's
Because women are hoping, right? That 20-year-old, 21-year-old is not with him just for money, right? Yes,
No.
yes, the end game is money, right? But
Yeah.
if she's not in the fucking will, she ain't sticking around.
women
Yeah.
and men peak at two totally. So women's worth, women get that straight out of high school. Their value, they get it like right off the bat. Where men don't get ours until later on in life. We have to work for ours. We have to get a good job. We have to get a good paying job. We have to have.
Well, right, but nobody wants to have like, okay, let's even just take this back to the biological for a second. No woman wants to have babies with some deadbeat piece of shit that's working a cashier or a cash register at the front of PetSmart, and y'all are going to be struggling for the rest of your lives.
Right. He's the same age as her, but
Right.
he has no money, no status, no nothing.
Right.
And I'll be honest, I got hit on a lot more the older I got.
You also got hit on a lot more after me, and your confidence went up.
Yes. I mean, confidence is a big one.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so right. So, but men are the same way, though. You could have a 70-year-old man. He doesn't want the fucking cashier at the gas station, right? He doesn't want the cashier at the gas station.
But he
No,
won't care
wrong.
if she's
yes,
hot.
he will. Men do not give a shit what you do for a living. A
I'm telling you
millionaire.
right now, he won't. I'm telling you right now, he won't. How many of these
bullshit.
millionaires that have these
Bullshit.
hot-ass girlfriends, where do they find them? I can tell you right now, they ain't finding them at the fucking gas station down the street.
No,
from their
they
house.
get
You know-
invited. No, they get invited to parties and they meet them there, but
No.
they don't have any. We don't.
No,
I
you
am
know
telling
where
you,
you know where they're
wrong.
finding them.
Wrong.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, you know where they're finding them at? They're finding them at the golf courses that they go to on the weekends with their buddies, where they have only female caddies.
Well, yeah, but they don't.
You know where
have
they're
any
finding them at? They're finding them at the fucking Hooters that only has female waitresses.
Okay, but the Hooters girl isn't making $1 million. We don't give a shit what you make or what your status is.
Yeah. I get that. Okay, but what I'm saying is, right, is no fucking millionaire is walking into a gas station with this woman who has her fucking hair up in a messy bun and she's wearing some fucking khakis and a 7-Eleven t-shirt going, yeah, that's the woman I'm gonna fucking marry.
If she's hot, yes, he will.
She's fucking bro.
If she's hot, yes, he will.
I'd be willing to bet to go look up all these millionaires.
If you're a
who have
millionaire,
young-ass
please chime
girlfriends.
in, because
Yeah.
I'm so curious.
I want
I
to know.
am-
Like now, I want to Google all these millionaires. And
I
be
am
like, where would their girlfriends come from?
the fact that you guys are arguing with me on this, and I am the man.
Whoa,
in the-
you guys! Whoa.
Okay, sorry, you're arguing
I
with
am
me, and
unarmed,
I am the man.
sir.
I am telling you that men do not give a shit about your degree. We don't care what you do for a living. We don't care what your status in society is. If you're hot, That is all we care about. Because
And this is true. It's been proven. I've heard podcasts about it that they did a study of younger men and younger women. Women will not date below their education level.
no, they will not. But
But
men
men
will
will.
all the time. Men will
Yeah.
all the time.
Women will not date below their income level.
But men will.
But men will.
Yep.
But I think
If
that
you-
Women
I think
women
that's
are
a
fucking
biological.
shallow.
But I think that's a biological thing because I
Yes,
genuinely
because
think
you want a man
because
that is
right,
supportive.
right. If I
Yes.
want to be a stay-at-home mom, I want to be able to, not in today's universe, obviously, but I should be able to be a stay-at-home mom. Like that's
mean,
obviously not how
you-
today's
you
world works, but
You could, well, I make enough money to where you could if I sold
all your toys,
all my toys. Like the only reason you
wife
were
included.
the wife included, because I mean,
Uh,
let's be, we are 19 years apart. I mean, she is what you would call my trophy wife. She's 19 years younger than me. So, you know, and I've seen,
His
I've been
401k better be fat.
not as fat as you think it is.
I don't have to worry about that. It's called survivor benefits. It's fine.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I'll be honest. I was at Bash's, which is a grocery store here, the other day, and the cashier, I was buying alcohol, and she rang me up and she took my credit card, and I was like joking around with her, and I was like, "Wow, it would have been nice if you carded
Being
me."
overly friendly.
Yeah, I was being overly friendly, and I was like, "Wow, it'd have been nice if you carded me." And she was like, "No, you're okay." And I'm like, "Ouch." I'm like, "Do I look that bad?" And she was like, "Well, you got to be at least 40." She's like, "You're around 40." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And she was like, "Well, how old are you?" I was like, "Well, I'm 50." And she was like, "Oh, wow." She was like, "I'm 41." And I was like, "Oh, fuck me, man." Because she was in Arizona 41. I always say in Arizona 41. This bitch looks 63.
Him fishing for them compliments.
I was like, "Holy fuck." And if I was single right now, she's 10 years younger than me. She's supposed to be way out of my, there is no way I would look twice at her. She wasn't fat. She wasn't ugly, but she looked old. She looked like,
And if you're seeing this right now, I'm so sorry.
yeah.
She's been ridden hard and put away wet a couple of times.
Well, she just had, her face looked old. She looked like she was in her 60s. And I'm 50 years
It's
old.
probably because it's Arizona. Like all they do is fucking hang out in the sun.
I was about to.
Their skin ends up looking like fucking leather by the time they're in their 50s.
Oh my God, you can tell who lives in Lake Havasu for that reason.
Yeah, that is why. That's why I said she's in Arizona 41. That's a running joke between Sonia and I. She was like, "Oh, she's in Arizona, 35 or 40 or whatever."
Yeah, because of the fucking skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah, I don't want. And so,
like, I dread when my skin starts to look like that eventually one day. I can't tell if I'm still super loud because I did move it back.
No, I'll tell you.
But, so I have like freckles all over my shoulders from being burnt, right? But, like, no, like my shoulders are bad.
Yeah, so am I. We're
Bad.
redheads.
Oh,
What do you
I
want?
fucking hate it. Like, my arms have gotten worse since we've lived in Texas. Like, I don't even get tan anymore. I just get freckles.
Yeah, we're gingers.
So my face,
it is what it is.
I'm not a ginger, but my face, I get freckles right here. And then I get a lot of freckles like up and down my arm, like when I get dark, which you can kind of see right now because of my Fitbit band.
Yeah.
But
And I like dread it when I get old and my skin gets all nasty, leathery because
lotion, girl, lotion.
Fucking dip your black people have.
Girl, it's
there's
too
a reason.
humid. It's too humid down here.
There's a
for lotion.
reason why they say. There's a reason why they say black don't crack, and it's not because they're gifted. Because they dip themselves in a fucking vat of lotion every day. Ask any.
It's cocoa butter. You gotta get it right.
We have some. We have some. Every
Cocoa
black
butter.
person I know, every one of my friends, and I'm like, "Hey, do you got lotion?" They pull that. Oh yeah, we got. They just have lotion on them.
Yeah, and they don't have like the small things. They have like the
no.
big,
They got that
like
big
the
fucking
tubs, the tub. And
and
they're like
lather
and they're like,
themselves in it.
Yeah, and they're like, don't take a lot. A little bit goes a long way, and you're like, oh, there's no way. And you take it out, and you're like, I could lotion literally fucking head to toe right now. This shit.
Yeah. And like 20 times a day, they're fucking lathering themselves up. I do a lot of lotion too. So, when I get out of the shower, because I'm bald, it is what it is.
Yeah,
and
I do not. I do not do a lot of lotion out here because of the fucking humidity. So,
I
like, if I
lotion
was to
my
go put
face.
lotion on, all my clothes would just fucking slide off because of the humidity.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember
it,
living
it
in
doesn't
South
even feel like
Carolina.
lotion. It's like slimy. You're just slimy.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
it
not
is.
a good kind of. It's not a good
No.
slimy.
No, I lived in South Carolina and it was absolutely the fucking worst. Fucking terrible. You just walk outside and your glasses fog.
Oh my god, I hate it, dude. Okay,
I
Yep.
so
remember when
my-
I visited Damien in Florida. I remember stepping off that plane and stepping outside. So he picked me up in Atlanta, Georgia, which fuck you, by the way, for that. That was not fun. Very first plane ride.
Atlanta's
No.
horrible.
Yeah, no, very first ever.
I've flown out of there once. I never want to fly out of there again.
First time I was ever on a plane. I was by myself. He flew me from Philly to Atlanta. I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea how to navigate that. Anyway, but I remember stepping off of the train, right? Because it brings you to your terminal. So I remember stepping off of the train and like stepping out and being like, like just,
Yeah,
like,
you feel like you have to shred your clothes.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're just covered in just
Yeah.
humid, like that morning dew first thing in the morning. That's
Yeah.
all the time. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So she had never. So we're driving through Florida,
Asshole.
and we're driving down, and we had to go. She's never smelled a paper plant,
Paper mill.
and yeah, you know
Yeah.
exactly what it's. So we're driving by, and she looks at me, and I was
I'm
like,
sorry.
"Yep, that's a paper plant," and she was like, "That is the most disgusting thing I've ever smelled."
Okay,
Yeah.
speaking of disgusting smells. Okay, so Nana, I've talked about this. I think I ranted about this a couple days ago, maybe a week ago. Can you guys describe in Arizona what it smells like when rain is coming?
Yeah, it smells like Joshua trees and like dirt, and it's like a good, clean, fresh scent.
It's like an earthy, smells
Yeah.
good. Right?
So
Earthy.
Damien doesn't have any idea because his nose don't work because he smoked for so damn long. So his nose don't work. But like I can like step outside and be like,
It's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain. It's
Yeah.
gonna rain. This is
And
awesome.
it smells good, right?
Yeah. It smells
Yeah.
clean and fresh and yeah.
Okay, so the area that we live, there's a lot of refineries. Okay, there's actually 2 like within a mile's radius of my house. Or like maybe 3. Okay, there's a shit ton of refineries.
We
Okay.
were talking about this last week.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, so disgusting smells. Okay, and Damien, do you know what used cat litter smells like?
No.
Like, you have cats.
Well,
He can't smell cat pee.
yeah.
He has no nose for
You're-
it.
You're
Nope.
so fucking lucky. You're so
So-
fucking lucky.
So when we walk into her place, Sonia could be like, "A cat pissed," and I can't smell it at all. Like I have no nose for cat pee.
Wow.
and-
that's
and
But he can
people-
smell tiger pee.
Oh, tiger. Well, that's fucking strong. But like regular cat pee, like it is supposedly the most pungent smell that most people smell. Like
Yeah.
they could. It is
It's immediate.
rancid.
Yeah.
And I can be in a house with 20 cats and they've been pissing all over, and I don't smell it.
That's nice. You're lucky. Anyway, okay. So down here where I live at, okay, swear to God, when it smells like it's going to rain, it smells like used cat litter. Like
Which
a
is
shit
so
ton of
awful.
cats have just pissed all over this fucking litter, and that's what it smells like. It's the most rancid, disgusting. Like it makes me gag. Like I'll get in my car and I'll be like, and I'll have to like run inside, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?" And like it happened at work one time. This is probably within the past year. It happened at work, and I was like running inside, like fucking gagging, like almost vomiting. And
Got enough to gag a maggot
they
coming
were
off a
like,
gut cut.
what is going on with you? Like, what happened? And I was like, it fucking stinks outside. Like, you guys didn't smell that when you walked in? And they're like, what are you talking about? It smells great outside. It smells like it's gonna rain. And I'm like, you guys don't know what good rain smell smells like. Because in Arizona, it smells beautiful. It smells so amazing. It's wonderful. Out here, nah, dude. Mm-mm.
See, Jersey was like that too. Jersey, I mean, it had like a little bit of a chemical smell, but like where we were in Jersey, we had so many trees that it just smelled like grass and it just smelled good.
Nah.
So the smell I can remember, there's 2 smells that I can distinctly remember. And one of them is springtime at Minot, North Dakota, because you know exactly what I'm talking about.
We're talking about when the snow starts to melt.
So we have open, we have open box.
Stinks so bad.
So there's an actual lake of sewage
Ew, why?
by the base. That because we have open bogs.
I don't
So it's
know
just
what
a
that
big
why would
open
you
pit.
why?
It's like an open pit.
No,
It's an
but
open
why?
pit.
It's
That's
so
how
where
they
all
do
the
it.
water. That's where all the water goes when the snow starts to melt.
Yes.
Gross.
And it's
Well-
the most disgusting. It straight looks like sewer pits.
Yeah,
It's
so-
disgusting.
It looks like a
there's
shit pit.
Yes. And somebody has to go out there in a
Gross.
boat and measure that shit.
Gross.
So in the wintertime, it's frozen over, so you don't smell it.
Oh no.
In the spring, it thaws.
Okay. So my
But
dad
it's like that on the side of the roads and shit though too. Like you
So
go
my
into your
dad,
backyard,
right? My parents live on a dairy farm, and so there's shit pits, and same thing. So it'll freeze over, right? And then come springtime, it'll start to melt, and it just smells like wet, bleh, moldy
Yeah.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. So
That-
that's how
Horrible.
Minot is like all through spring until we get into the summertime, right? Because you got to think like you're getting feet, like multiple feet of fucking
snow. Yeah.
right? Like where I worked out at the Cadam shop, we literally had snowdrifts that would go over the roof of our building. That's how
Yeah.
tall they were, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damien showed
And
me
so-
pictures.
Yeah, so all that snow when it melts, it's got to go fucking somewhere, and the
Right.
ground can only absorb
So much.
fucking much of it. So
Yeah.
you'll walk outside, and there'll be like 2-3 inches of fucking water, and it just fucking stinks. It's disgusting. It's like there's shit water everywhere
That's
permanently,
so horrible.
like for like at least a month or two, depending on if we have a wet late spring or a dry wet spring. But yeah, it's you don't drive anywhere with your fucking windows down. That's for sure.
Damien, what's the other smell?
That one was my mom having cancer. When
That
I
has a
walked in,
smell?
cancer is
The chemo specifically, I would assume.
well, no, you could smell cancer.
Really?
Yes. So my
What?
mom, when she passed away, she had stage 4 throat cancer that metastasized into her lungs and her whole body, and it was cancer basically rots your inside, completely
Yeah.
rots it. And when I got called
Trigger
home,
warning.
yeah, when I got called home from Germany, when they told her, when they told me she had like a day or two, I got flown home, went to the hospital, and I hadn't seen her in a couple months, and she got diagnosed. And when she got diagnosed, she had her throat cut out. And that was the last time I saw her. And when I walked in, it looked like somebody put a skeleton down and just kind of draped skin over it. She was like nothing. She weighed like 70 pounds. And I remember walking into her room and the smell hitting me. And I mean, I've smelled dead bodies. I've smelled burning bodies. I've smelled a lot of things. That was the one smell that hit me, that every now and then, if I go into a hospital, if I go by the cancer ward or anything, it'll hit me again and it'll make me tear up. It was probably the most shocking thing I've ever seen, because she looked like she was dead, and she'd been dead for a while, but she moved. And she wasn't, the cancer was rotting her brain away, so she wasn't coherent. And it was a smell that I'll never, ever, ever forget. And it was a terrible thing. That's why when people say, if I get stage 4, I'm going to go through chemo and all that. If I get diagnosed with stage 4, no, I'm just going to live the
Yeah.
rest of my life. Because my mom was diagnosed with stage 4, and because she had great insurance, the hospital was like, well, we can do this and this and this. And all it did was torture her for an extra 3 months.
Yeah,
It-
yeah. If I was
yeah.
diagnosed with a stage 4 and they were like, "Oh, you've got, 6 months, maybe a year. We're gonna do." I mean, I'm assuming stage 4 probably doesn't give you that much time, but just for example's sakes, right? It's
Yeah.
like they're like, "Oh, you got 6 months, but if we do chemo and we do radiation and we do all this stuff, like we can maybe stretch it out an extra couple of months." Like, nah, bro. I'd rather live and try to suffice than get to the point where like I can't do anything, like I can't function because the chemo and radiation has fucked me up so bad.
Yeah.
Like now when I get to the severe pain part where everything fucking hurts all the time, like, yeah, sure, give me some drugs for that. But
Yeah.
before then, like, nah.
Do you guys believe in, Damien, I know you do, but Hannah, do you believe in assisted suicide?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
100%. Oh
that's
yeah.
without question, I believe in assisted suicide.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if I was paralyzed from the neck down and I can't do anything, I can't talk, I can't feed myself, I can't walk, I can't do it. Bro, I don't want to live through that. I don't want to live through that shit. That
Yeah.
sounds miserable.
Yeah.
No. I mean, that's essentially what pulling the plug is. Pulling the plug is assisted suicide.
So that was gonna be my next question. If it's something where they're like, hey, we had to put her in a medically induced coma, right? And so you're hooked up to a ventilator and all of it, right? Um, are you going to be hooked up for a certain amount of time, or are you gonna be like, okay, after a week, fucking unplug me?
Minus 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Two
I am
weeks.
I'm 100% on fucking
Damien's like, leave me on it forever.
hook me up to everything, make me a bionic man. I'll come out of it at some point in time.
You hope.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
saying I
what
will.
happens if you don't? Like, what happens if after a year you're still hooked up to everything? What happens if after 2 years you're still hooked
You're
up to
still getting
everything?
a retirement check.
But I'm doing it without my best friend.
And go have sex with somebody. I don't care.
If
Just
you've been
when
in a coma for a year, you're allowing me to just go and just live my life.
just when I wake up, you better be ready for me.
He's gonna wake up like this.
Okay. I don't
You
think
better
that's
be
how that
ready.
works, but okay.
You better be ready.
Mm.
Amber and I have had conversations about this. Like,
I
you know,
don't want to be hooked up.
you know, you hear the movies or you see the movies or you hear the stories about like you know, the husband gets in a severe accident and is has no memory of like being married, having kids, and you know, the spouse is like trying to bring them out of it and trying to do stuff to help them remember or have the kind of like hope that they'll fall in love with them all over again type of thing,
Yeah, that's a
you
literal
know?
movie with Channing Tatum and Rachel
McAdams.
McAdams.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's a bunch of stories about it. Amber had told me about a live story that happened where this couple had gotten married at a very young age, like they were married at 18. Um, and I think like a year into the marriage, he had a like debilitating accident where he got really bad amnesia. And he's crippled, right? Like he has to live in a home. He needs assistance and stuff. And because they were married, his parents were like, "We want nothing to do with it. Like you're the wife, you take care of him," type thing. Okay. Well, she ended up divorcing him because he had absolutely zero memory of anything. So they're like 19, maybe 20 when this happened. And she felt that she was so young that, like, because he had zero memory, had zero of it, right? Um, that it would be in both their best interests if they got divorced. And then she applied for guardianship of him because the parents were like not doing anything for him, right? So she got guardianship of him and she would care for him. He was in a facility, and she would go and take him out every weekend and spend time with him and stuff. Well, she ended up getting remarried, and she told her new husband, and they have kids together. She told her new husband, like, "Hey, my ex-husband, who's also like my best friend, we were married. He had a debilitating accident. He doesn't remember anything. He's handicapped. He lives in a home." And they completely integrated him into their family, and like the kids will go and spend time with him and pick him up and take him to the parks, or like they'll take him out camping with them. Like they've completely integrated this ex-husband into their family. And we've had conversation about that, like, oh, like what would you do? And I'm like, okay, how far into our marriage are we talking about? Like if this happened tomorrow, what would I do? Like we've been married for next year will be 3 years. We'll be married for 3 years. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I was like, I think I would try to hang on for as long as I could to see if I could bring back those memories to you, or maybe we would fall in love again. I was like, but who's to say, like, a year of me trying and you're like, hey, I want a fucking divorce. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know you. I don't love you. I don't want to be with you. I got nothing for you. It's been a year.
Yeah.
Like, who's to say that you don't change your mind? Like,
Yeah. You might be an
I-
asshole now.
I for sure
Yeah.
think it's circumstantial because you hear about people that get in like motorcycle accidents or car accidents, right? And they have like a complete and total like personality change, right? And so I think it depends on the circumstances. Like if Damien were to get into a car accident or a motorcycle accident, right? And he was still the same loving, funny guy that he is now, right? I would try to make it work. But at the same time, like if that happens and he's being a complete and total dick, I love you,
Right,
but I
like,
might stick you in a
like,
home and walk away.
I
right,
don't.
like if he was the
my
complete opposite of what he
Yeah.
is now.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't have the looks to be an asshole. I have to be a good guy. I don't
Right, but
have
if
the hot
you're-
looks.
If your temporal lobe or whatever is damaged to the point where you can't control your outbursts and you can't control your anger and you can't, be a decent human because that's just not what your brain is capable of doing, then at that point, like, yeah. And there's got to be some sort of like hey, my husband was in a really bad accident. He has no idea who I am and he's a complete little dick. Like, I don't want to be married to him anymore. So there's got to be some sort of system that's set up for that, right?
Yeah.
So you can't, like, yeah, Hollywood makes it this cute, lovey story, and it's amazing because obviously it's Hollywood, so they always fall back in love and they always find each other or whatever, but I don't think that I could spend years on end trying to get somebody to fall back in love with me after, I don't know, probably a year. If you don't love me anymore,
Yeah.
you don't love me anymore. I'll pay for your home, I'll pay for your medical whatever, but I'm not going to try so hard.
Yeah.
I'm going to move
Yeah,
on with my
like,
life.
I've
Well,
done
you-
the thing where like if I had a debilitating accident where like let's say I got like Alzheimer's or some shit. Like I know that's not how it works, right? But let's say like I had equivalent to Alzheimer's where I don't remember anything. Like maybe sometime every now and again some spurts come back and it's great, but then they're gone.
Yeah.
I've told Amber like if I'm like that, like fucking leave. Like
Yeah.
if you're not happy, leave. Like and that's hard to say. Like that's mean, I guess, or cruel in a way, but it's like
But at the same time,
genuinely,
like
at the end
it's,
of the day, if you're not
yeah.
happy, fucking leave. Go find somebody
Yeah.
that will make you happy.
But it's also at some point too, like it's not fair to have your significant other go through that of like one day, or even if it's for like 5-10 minutes where you know who they are, and then in the next, 3 hours, you have no idea who they are. That's an emotional toll on literally anybody. And I don't think that that's fair either. So
Yeah.
there has to be a point to where like, yeah, like I'll come visit. Like if it's genuinely like Alzheimer's or dementia or something like that, like, yeah, I'll come visit. But if you don't know who I am, don't expect me to put my life on hold either.
Right.
Yeah.
I watched my great grandfather go through it, excuse me, and
Words.
it was, I mean, him and I never really had like a great relationship anyway, so it wasn't really that like heartbreaking to me.
But it was still heartbreaking.
But it was still heartbreaking. I mean, he was 92 when he died, so it's not like he lived like a little bit of a life. But I was always the other one. Like he knew who my sister was, he knew who my brothers were, but I was always the other one. And like, and that was just a great grandchild. Like that wasn't this big deal. That wasn't my
Yeah.
spouse. That wasn't my best friend. Like if something happened to Damien and he forgot who I was, like I genuinely think that I would be broken. Like it would kill me.
Thank you. So on that note, before we wrap up, I got something for Hannah. And I actually wouldn't mind doing this. So next week I need some pictures of you.
For what?
Hold on. So we're going to share. See if I could share this.
I also think that next week we should talk about princess or minimum treatment.
Yeah.
What?
So Hannah, what am I doing?
Hey,
Which
that's a
one are you?
robot.
That is
the little
me.
guy. The
That's
whittle
you?
guy.
That is me.
Him the whittle guy.
That's I only have 2 stripes on.
Him such a baby.
Well,
What
With
am
all
I
of his
doing?
hair.
that looks like the old school fucking EOD fucking robot.
Yep, I was working with EOD. Hold on.
Yeah.
What is that, explosives?
Yeah. Explosive
Yep.
ordnance disposal.
Yep. You should. You don't remember these uniforms, do you?
BDUs?
Yeah.
I was
No,
around for 3 of them.
I wasn't in during BDUs.
I remember my dad shining his boots in the living
Ew,
room every
look at
Sunday.
those disgusting security forces members. Like they're all look at like yeah, there's a guy wearing a baseball cap, but you notice how the defenders are the only fucking ones wearing caps. And that dude's beret looks like shit.
What do you mean it looks like shit?
The white guys.
Is there a way to do the beret? No,
2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Oh my God, I started
You
something.
started something. You really are like the little guy.
I am. I'm only 5'5".
That's hilarious. Do you remember where that was going?
That was that was Korea.
Like you were already in Korea?
Yeah, this is Korea.
Oh, okay.
We are in Korea right now. We had a bomb threat.
On the outside of the base?
No, this is on the inside of the base.
Oh.
Yeah, that's base operations weather right there. And
that was a thing? Like you guys would get bomb threats like on the base?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Were any of them like legit?
No.
Was it just crazy people talking shit?
Yeah. No, normally it was
Oh, she found her beret.
Oh my God.
Woo! We're about to get a whole lesson right now.
Oh my God, yours is so over the face. Yours is so over.
That's how you're supposed to wear it.
Did your mic go away?
Yeah, it did.
That's a beret. That's a good beret. This is even my small beret.
Why is it so like...
Because you got to have a good dog ear. It's in the regs that you have to have a dog ear.
That just seems extra to me.
Yeah. So like, this is actually really tight on my head right now because I have a lot more hair on the top than I normally do. But that guy, the white guy, and how his beret is all like, fucking, I don't even know if I could try to mimic it. I have a lot more hair than I do. How his beret is like floppy. I can't even do it. But how it's floppy, bro, no, you have to have a dog ear. Like, you know, it's like when you look at what's the guys in the army that wear the red berets?
Hold on. Airborne,
right? You notice how their berets, like when they wear them, they're like,
yeah,
covering. That's a fucking good ass beret. Mine is actually this right here, the fold.
Oh my
Mine's
God.
glued.
Oh. Yeah, I got to
so it's
see.
Always.
I got to work.
That black guy's beret. He's got a good beret.
Yeah,
that's a good. Beret.
And that's when I had hair. Look at that. Look at that. That's me in the middle.
Wait.
Like the
Hannah.
white guy, he didn't cut his beret either. It doesn't even look like he shaved it. So when you get the beret, it's super, because it's made out of wool. It's super fat.
Why?
So you have to get it wet, and you literally have to take a razor and shave it. So
shave all the lint off.
You just have to shave it.
So
they're thick. Oh, because they're wool.
So why is this dumbass wearing a belt and none of the other defenders are?
He's probably high speed. I don't fucking know. Because he's a
wait,
loser.
Wait. So Hannah, so you can tell a good beret from a bad beret just by seeing the back of it?
Oh.
Yeah, that black guy's beret. See how it's molded to his head?
Yeah, see how cut it is?
Good beret.
Yeah, see how cut it is?
The other guy's beret, you see how floppy it is? Okay, that's a good
one. Look at the little baby.
sergeant right there.
There's my
just
my
a baby.
Look at that. Look at the parachute.
Yeah, this beret is actually out of regs because it has a hole in it. That's how thin I shaved it.
Yeah. Look at those wings.
Yeah. But the white guy's beret also didn't look like he cut it. So on the inside, you have a cardboard piece that our patch is sewn to. And a lot of us will cut it on the side of the patch so that it folds perfectly up against the edge of it.
Oh.
But yeah, so you have to shave it. So like, depending on your instructors during tech school, when you get your beret, they'll tell you that a good shaved beret, you can see light. So when I hold my beret up, if you can see light through it, it's a thin shaved beret, which means it'll mold better to your head. Let me tell
Just
you.
a baby. Oh, you got a
forming and making
lizard.
a beret
Do you want to see
is
my lizard?
miserable.
That's not as pervy as it sounds, I promise.
No. What do they tell you not to do in the desert? You don't
Don't-
catch.
Don't pick things
You
up.
don't catch.
You don't play with
You
the
don't play
wildlife.
with the wildlife.
And what does
what's
Damien do?
What does Damien do?
What is that?
I don't know. It's a lizard that I found.
A monitor lizard, maybe?
Oh, he was
That's like
friendly.
an iguana, like a desert iguana. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but
What is
I have like
that?
2 photos of me in military in uniform, maybe 3.
That is, we're going to work and you have to wear the goggles because you're in the
Those are
back.
Hannah,
Of
when
the,
you come back, I'll show you like all of the photos. He's so self-indulged.
Yeah, I have none. I think on my phone right now I can maybe find 3 in uniform.
Where's
It's so
Safety
wild.
first, last, and always. huh?
always that's Germany.
Who's the mutton chop dude?
Him?
No, the mutton chop dude. The
The
one
Fu
with the
Manchu.
full the
Fu
Fu
Manchu.
Manchu.
Oh, him.
Thank you.
So we hire civilians,
Obviously.
and he was just one of the civilians that worked with us. He's probably dead by now.
Damien, that's horrible.
What uniforms are that? What uniform is that? That's that ugly fucking.
Oh, that's the ABUs.
Yeah.
Damien, wasn't that the one that you did just before you got out? No.
Germany?
It changed
No.
one more time, right?
New,
Yeah, you should have gone to OCPs.
Yeah.
Look
I
at
don't
how
actually.
little you are.
Yeah, I was.
Look at those hands in those pockets.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my God. So this was Saudi Arabia. This girl right here, she
That's
yeah,
a girl.
Hannah.
Yeah, her hair's up.
It looks like a
she's
dude.
also that was Don't Ask, Don't Tell, but everybody knew.
Mhm. Mhm.
She was a sweetheart. I absolutely loved her.
I love the reflective belt right there.
Oh, the fucking disco belt.
Makes you look like
Yeah.
half of you
Yo,
getting
the
ready
army.
to levitate.
The army will tell you, okay, you can't get bombed if you're wearing a reflective belt.
You have no idea how much. You guys have no. Those work better than a flak vest. You can't get hit with a bullet with those on.
And in the army, so Air Force, it's not mandatory. The only time in the Air Force it's mandatory is like if you're running in a group at night, right? So like BMT in tech school, we would only wear our reflector belts if we were marching or running in the
Look at
hours
my
of
little
darkness.
dork.
Okay. The army, you have to have your reflective belt constantly.
Yeah.
And if you work the flight line in the Air Force, you have to have a reflective belt. But
Damien,
and the army does theirs color coded by rank.
Yeah.
that's wild. Damien, I love this memory lane things, but my butt's starting to go numb from sitting in this
Yep.
chair.
All right. Yep. All right. Enough's enough. Thank you, everybody. This one was kind of like just a fucking we were all
Random.
over the place. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
random.
Yeah. I'll try to find my photos and I'll send them to you. But I'm telling you, I only have like 2. And one of them, I look like a real fuckboy douchebag.
I got pictures of Sonya here when she was like 7.
That's weird.
They're old photos that I've scanned into the computer since then, just in
Yeah.
case.
Let me
All right.
see. Hold on,
Okay.
hold on. Wait. Oh, here you go. There you go. That's one. That's in uniform. You can't really see it, but you know,
No.
that's me. You know,
All right.
that's me.
Thank you,
Okay.
everybody. Hit subscribe. Please join us. Hit like. Do all the things. Listen to us on Spotify. We're going to be on YouTube on Monday, obviously at 0800 every Monday. We'll try to do a live one time if anybody wants that. So
Yeah, if you want a Q&A, absolutely feel free to comment below so that we know that you want a Q&A, so that we know when we go live, we'll have people.
all right.
Yes.
Take it
Yes.
easy. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye. Love you.